Another day, another stream. We are moving the Thursday. Pathfinder to Friday, I think. Because some people just had to get a job. Jesus. How dare they interfere with my goddamn game. But it is what it is. Today instead, we'll move on from the first generation of Monster Hunter games to the second generation of Monster Hunter games. There would have been Monster Hunter G, as in the ultimate version of Monster Hunter 1, and then Freedom 1, which would have been the PSP version of the first generation. But those don't really differentiate. They're not really that different. And honestly, I'm kind of grown sick of the first generation. I occasionally will grind it, just chat with the people in there, but I'm kind of itching to move on. So DOS, which is a Japan-only release. It's like one of the most unique Monster Hunter games out there. Actually, Monster Hunter Frontier, as in the MMO that never released in the West, it's based on DOS. It kind of has the same kind of season, night, day system, and the gameplay is based on that. But it's kind of a weird mix of modern and old Monster Hunter. Actually played it a bit. It was a massive pain in the ass to actually get to work properly. And it's just way too extensive. There's too much stuff in Frontier. You have AI hunters that can come with you to raid the hunts. You have a pet dragon instead of a palico. A bunch of stuff like that. Also, everything is just more batshit insane. They just made all the enemies more absurd. If anyone thought that Rise and Sunbreak were actually like really fast and really absurd, those don't hold a candle against Frontier. Frontier Z, especially, like the last expansion. Frontier ZZ was the final one before it shut down. But like, there were so many monsters that were absurdly powerful. They would constantly do moves that would instigate everyone within like half the map of half the area. They had to get ridiculous because they had been giving a lot of power creep to the players as well. Nowadays, it's really playable on private servers because official servers were shut down 5 years ago. Also, Monster Hunter 3U and 4U servers shut down on the 8th. Honestly, I'm surprised that they were still on. I am certain that people will start making private servers for those too soon enough. But yeah, from the second generation, I am thinking I'm gonna play DOS and I'm gonna play Freedom Unite. Because those are sufficiently different from each other, they have sufficiently different content, and they have different starting villages, which is neat. For the third generation, I'm thinking that I'm not gonna play Tri, because Tri just arbitrarily removes some weapons, but it has medium bowgun. but that's about it. Also, it has the underwater combat thing, but 3U also has that. So I'm thinking for the third generation we'll be playing what was it? PlayStation no. Monster Hunter Portable 3rd, which is the game that I started my Monster Hunter addiction with originally. Like 8 years ago, I think. 7, 8, something like that. We're gonna do that, and then we do 3 Ultimate. And then I think on the 4th generation we will do 4 Ultimate. 4 Yule? 4 Ultimate and Generations Ultimate, I think. There's just so many of these damn games that it's hard to decide what to actually play. But yeah, after 4 Ultimate we go Generations Ultimate, and then we have basically caught up with the modern games. I'm not sure, is Generations Ultimate 5th or 4th generation? But anyway, they are different enough to warrant playing through separately. But yeah, it's considered 4th generation, actually. Yeah. 5th generation is entirely stuff that's been released on PC as well. Monster Hunter Rise is the best of them all. I mean, that's fair. It's a really different kind of Monster Hunter because it's so fast-paced. It's very arcadey. It has its own own thing, own aspects to like. Like, I like Rise for different reasons than I do World. Rise because it's so flashy and it's extremely responsive and fast-paced and everything. It's fun. But I like World exactly because it's the opposite. It's more exact. You are more slow. The pace of everything is a bit slower. It focuses more on actually doing the hunting itself, and it emphasizes careful planning more than just bashing the creature's head up. Yeah, I absolutely love both of them. Some people cannot fathom that you can like different games for different reasons. My god. Baffling, truly. Yeah, I've actually been thinking of actually going back to play Rise again. Mainly because I've been just listening to Malzeno's theme and Narva the Old Mother theme recently a lot. It's kind of why I went on this tangent, like just starting playing older Monster Hunter games again. Oh yeah, you have the broken trigger. Yeah, that's ass. No, yeah. You can play with keyboard and mouse, but that is for Rise not exactly great. For World, keyboard and mouse is actually pretty decent, especially for aiming. It makes aiming so much easier. But yeah, let's actually get started. Everything looking up. Yes, yes. Good. DOS. Also, there are achievements using a system called retroachievements.com. And it is kinda neat. How annoying. There we go. Now it's full screen. This game's village is Berna, the snow village. Honestly, one thing that I would really like is to be able to roll on the ground after doing like a Superman jump. Like it could be small, like a small distance, but it could be the difference between, you know, life and death. Woohoo! Kushaladaura. It's the big bad of this one. It brings the ice element into the game series. Because yes, before the second generation there was no ice element. One bit of photorealistic water. Somehow that's just funny. And that's Lunastra. I've tested it works online as well. With the same settings as Monster Hunter 1. Let's change it up. Change it up a little bit. Her name? Petena. I actually looked this up, and actually in a in some language it means get hot. So it's like Pete got hot. This looks more like a guy, honestly. A bit masculine, yeah. It's fine. Oh yeah, this one's good. It's like a half Karen thing. I like it. Adult. Powerful. That's just Link. Honestly, most of them is they do sound like they do sound like Link. This is okay. Proceed, yes. Save this, yes. Memory card 1. And save over this one, because that was just a test. Oh yeah, no. Berna was Freedom Unite, which is also a second generation thing, so. My bad, I mix my games. Why? Ayo. Oblivion character. Adoring fan. Welcome to a little jumbo village. You heard about our need for hunters and decided to answer the call, right? That's perfect. We've been hoping for a skilled hunter to stay and protect the village. Welcome, welcome. Without a hunter to protect our village, I'm not sure if we could grow. Oh, of course, by hunting here you can also build your reputation as an ace hunter. At least, that's what some hunters are after, I think. In any case, would you mind introducing yourself to everyone in the village? They'd sure love to meet you. See, in a village this size, we've all got to work together. Have a bit of a walkabout, eh? See what we have to offer. And if you find the instructor, he can teach you the basics of hunting in case you need a refresher. And one last thing, there's a house with a green roof. Have you seen it? I've set up some basic furnishings there for a hunter. Please make yourself at home. There you'll find a feline to help cook and clean. They mentioned that they had a housewarming gift for you, so don't be shy. The place is yours. But of course, here's the signing bonus as promised. I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say that we look forward to working with you. 1,500, Zanny! That means I can buy something other than the sword. Hunter's butter knife. Nyahaha. Most esteemed divine customer, I pray you'll find something to your liking, yeah. From everyday treats to a hunter's most important tools, my Mjar kit has everything you need, yeah. My nose told me I sniffed out a most profitable business venture here in this village, and my nose is never wrong, yeah. I love that. Yep, basic vendor. Holy shit, PPQ is so expensive. Why? That's silly. Also, you have to buy your food materials. And there's seasonal materials as well, so... to house. Meowster, welcome home, yeah. From meow on, allow me to take care of you. It's pleasure to meet you, Meowster. But a quick pause. First, let me tell you about your new home. Listen carefully. Yep, there's bed. Save, yes. Item box, yes. You can deposit your various spoils, items, weapons, and armor in there. Peruse. Finally, let's talk about my favorite part, yeah. Eating. Dining before departing on a quest can give you all sorts of positive effects. Just have a seat at the table and select 2 ingredients. After I work my culinary magic with my little paws, I'll bring out your meal. Eat to your heart's content. It's not always so simple though. Some combinations of ingredients might give you an upset tummy with negative effects. Even always using the same ingredients can produce different effects depending on the season. I'll do my best to share my knowledge with you. I'm a skilled kitty, but I can't make a meal without any ingredients. Take this, a housewarming gift from me. It is positively my pleasure to serve. I love that practically all dialogue with them has a pun. Weapons. Oh yeah, they introduced longsword. And the combat is still right stick. Spirit blade, spirit gauge. But yeah, spirit gauge, only one level of spirit gauge. That's it. That's all. I think they changed the hammer so that the third hit in a pound turns into a golf club swing. Dual blades. I think those actually came in G. 1G. I'm kind of leaning on wanting to actually play dual blades for once, because I don't do that generally. They introduced gunlands. Apparently there's an exploit that you can do where as long as you're doing a certain attack type, you're literally invulnerable. I think it's just shelling or something. Yes. Right stick down. Charge slash. Finally. Tremendous attack power. Indeed, the timing is important. Longsword, greatsword, or dual blades. But to use dual blades, I have to make. It's still kind of trying to find its place, I think. Because they combine categories of weapons like sword and shield and dual blades. They share a tech tree. Longsword and greatsword share one. Hunting horn and hammer share one. And lance and gunlands share one as well. I knew the chief wanted to liven up the place and call in a hunter, and well, here we are. Barely made it. This village is so remote that hardly anyone stays for long. It's tough on business. So tough, I was nearly ready to give up. Bah! I'm a lively granny, but when I picked up the hammer and tongs, I never knew there'd be so much running around. Woo! Certainly keeps me active, though. Anyway, after he found such unique monsters around here, the chief couldn't keep quiet. All he wants is to see this place thrive. If you find yourself settling in, stop by. I may just be a little granny, and this might be a second-hand forge, but we both pack a punch. Hoo-ha! From ore to bone, nothing is too tough for this granny, not even running up and down the forge. Yes. Buy weapon, greatsword. I could do that. But yeah, as you can see, you have to, the only exception might be bows, because you can straight off get a bow. But for lances, hammers, shortened shield, greatsword, they all share a direct line of upgrades. Yes, the question is, what do I want? I have my cheat sheet open as always. Because one annoying thing is that it's a relatively recent thing that they started showing actual trees, tech trees for the weapons. So you kind of just have to either wing it and guess and go with the wind, or you do some cheat sheeting. I'm thinking of going into Bone Blade and upgrading to a Bone Katana, so that I get the long sword, and we try to go with it a little bit. But yes, we do need a Bone Blade for that. Yes, equip now. There we go. That's good. What's up? Welcome, dear. Because she has to do both. She creates and sells them. Also, decorations. They first arrived here. That's the ship, right? Ahoy there, little hunter. Ha ha ha! Have you noticed the big thing behind me? Aye, it's our village's ship. The chief must have sent you here to make sure you get your sea legs. Hmm? What's that? Well, maybe she don't look quite seaworthy or anything worthy yet. Ha ha ha! There's still a lot of work to do, little hunter. Maybe she'll be shipshape one someday, don't worry. I have this dream, see? Me and this ship sailing down the river and beyond. I'd kick up my legs and let the wind take us across the world. What do you think, little hunter? Are you fixin' to help the village first, or will you help build the ship of my dreams? Sure to be an interesting matchup. Ha ha ha! If a little landlubber like you is inclined to help, why, I'd love nothing more than to take you to see the world too. Yeah, you're calling me a landlubber, and, well... and you're a landlocked sailor. Bulletin board. Right, and there's this interesting thing. Bounty board. You get more or less based on population, I guess. And Velocidrome is trending up, while Bulldrome is trending down. Also, Bulldrome. No, fuck you. Whoa, Rookie, are you human? You spooked me. Yeah, nah, I really don't need any of that. He says, welcome to Jumbo Village. Wait, could you be? You're the new village hunter, right? Right? Of course you are. Actually, I've just finished sorting out the quest paperwork. Furthermore, the chief just asked me to post an important request. From this tavern, you should accept the jungle expedition. Give it your best shot and forage for items in the jungle around the village. Oh, and if you need something explained, you should go and see that rowdy instructor. Huh? Who? Oh, you'll know the guy when you meet him. Tavern. Yep. Right. Actually, I might want to. Kinda interesting that these are topped at 4. Cap is 4 in your inventory instead of 5. Why? Seems a bit arbitrary, but fucking why not? Jungle Expedition 5 unique mushrooms. Yep. Let's go. It is day and it's the warm season, so that determines some loot, and it determines what monsters are around. Also, season can affect how aggressive some species are. Like winter when everyone's hungry. They're gonna be more aggressive, for instance. It is the breeding season, of which I really don't know. Yes, world is influenced by the season. Standard fare. I appreciate that I get 4 rations. I'm gonna be a cheaty boy and I'm going to get the map. So I can get the gathering locations, because they are so difficult to notice. It's a bit of a pain. Obviously we should get some meat as well. And small bones. I do need those after all. Should be shrooms. Oh yeah, there. Fairly standard fare. Training missions. There should be a mining spot. Oh yeah. An easy to see crack on the wall. Nice. I'm just gonna give me stones. Okay, that's a different kind of stone. That's good. The pig didn't... No pigs broke. It's pretty sick. Good old Kelby. That's the only one way to actually get Kelby at this point of the game series is to start using blunt weapons. Like initially you could just kill them and carve it out, but with any weapon, but now no, you can still get it with just by doing this. No need to actually use a blunt weapon. Master Hunter right here. I don't remember what Kelby horns were actually used for crafting wise. But I do remember that their horns were used for like semi-end game, so to speak, potion. I don't remember, was it for the catalyst? Or something with catalyst? Can't remember. Oh yeah, I'm already fucking full on everything. At least in this one you can buy more slots. They apparently added an NG already, but it's the first time I'm getting it. Well, eventually, when I actually have the money to buy it. Kelby hide. Oh yeah, and also I think they added affinity. Either after G or something. I'm not entirely sure. But in this one, I think there's affinity. Yeah, there's affinity. So there's critical hits in this game. Don't you run away from me. A bit of a bare bones start, but no, you cannot run away. I think that should be enough monster bones to actually make something. I think. Maybe. Oh, I guess we'll see. Oh yeah, and they also introduced sub-quests in this one. Where you can get like extra resources to the box. Wait, how many did I need to bring? Of course I'm one short. So, shrooms where? Bit needless, but whatever. That is a hard-hitting crab. But yeah, senators are here. Crab monsters. Just discard this. Oh no, who wants to hit anyway? Oh shit, already a Mechalite? Ah, damn it. Okay, sweet. We got all from that. But yeah, there's 2 nodes with rare. The other one is not here, but there would be mushrooms. But the whole fucking area is filled with these dickheads. I need 1 special. 1 unique. Thank you. That's all I need. Replace the rations. I really appreciate that I'm not being blocked from certain areas of the map. That's very nice. Very appreciative of that. There should be a mining thing somewhere around. Or maybe it's on top of the cliff, which I managed to go. It doesn't matter. Let's just dodge that bullfango. Whee! Let's turn this shit in and get on with it. I'm clapping to myself. I did a great job. sell and finish is now an option, which is nice. Yes. But yeah, little break. Be right back. back we are. Back to this. Hunting Base's Midnight Edition. Nah, I don't need anything. Hello, Hunter. The jungle can be tricky to navigate, but... Oh? What's that? You already completed the jungle expedition? In such a short time? Did you manage to find your way around the jungle so quickly? You're much more skilled than I thought. I have a map. Maybe it's too early to say, but... I'm already feeling more at ease with you here. Our village may finally get a firm foothold out here. I've so many ideas for this place. See, there are two critical things the village needs to succeed. The first is a vision and hope. I've no shortages either. I see potential here and I'll foster that in every way I can. The other is a hunter to keep the village safe and materials flowing. Or at least someone with ambition to become an ace hunter. Given an apparent aptitude, I think our little jumbo village finally has the potential to become a hub of trade and economic activity. We have quite a good workshop too. Yes. This is the perfect place to hone your skills as a hunter, don't you think? Yeah, sure. You don't have to make your mind up about staying with us just yet, but would you consider staying a bit longer? If your mind is set, could I ask that you collect some materials from the jungle? I'd like to trade them to fund one of my ideas to improve the village. Here, a little something for you. It's not much, I know, but I must thank you for your hard work thus far. I've compiled a list of all the materials we need. Take your time reading it over. Now I have to repeat the talk because my inventory is full. Yeah, buddy. Right. Into the basket. Equipment sets. My god. Now for now, let's just leave them as is. I will have one more pickaxe. I don't think we have enough materials to even make a dinner. Yep, no stuff. I need to actually get it from the villagers. Hey. Yep. Mega potion. Let me know if you need any time. Thank you for working so tirelessly during the evening. Once you become familiar with the jungle, you should see about hunting monsters around the village. If there's something that needs clarifying, you should speak to the instructor by the bridge. Not to mention the bulletin board in the center of the village. People post all sorts of meaningful and curious things there. When you're ready, there's some things I'd like for you to gather during a jungle expedition. Have a look when you have the time. Okay, we're getting item delivery stuff. The bull fungo pelt. Ha ha ha. What's up, Granny? just enough. Also, I appreciated that you don't have to carry the materials on you. Excellent. Such a massive quality of life thing. Next upgrades would be Agito, Bone Katana Wolf, and Red Stripe. Yeah, I'm going with Bone Katana next. It needs Macalite and Velocipray stuff, which is fair enough. Apparently season only changes when you sleep, I think. No going anywhere. Not without stuff. Okay, board. General store, shipwright needed, about the workshop. Jumbo folk. It's just the people, yep. Delivery a ticket. Weapon shop, workshop, day and night studies. The mystery of crafting! Carting. I'm stupid. Don't mind my stupidity and inability to read. Yep, let's do that again. I appreciate that they increase the amounts of supplies that you can get. Just like 4, straight up. I am very appreciative of that. We're on the hunt for Macalite. Carapacion Brain. Should be a mining spot around. Maybe. Just keep spamming along the wall. Jesus, look at the damage that it does. Eating through my health. Nobody's business. them giving significantly easy access to Mechalite is much very appreciated. Because to reasonably get Mechalite, you would need to do Volcano, and you get Volcano after a fair bit of grinding. It's not exactly very reasonable to attempt it. And what the hell did the guy want anyway? Sunrise herbs. I think these are used for making potions. And because I'm poor, I might as well. Don't have the luxury of buying potions. Ah. Now what's this? Sure, I see it on a map, but... An auto sword? My god. Highly advanced tech. Also, the island is only accessible during certain seasons. Also, this map is used in Monster Hunter Rise. And these guys hurt. I mean, I have no armor, so it doesn't... Literally one defense. But yeah, how the armor works is basically that the first 50 points of armor are the most significant. After that, there's fairly large diminishing returns. Kuchku scales, yay! It's and that fucker is in this game. Woo! Honestly, Kutku is not nowhere near the worst. He certainly is in this game. Hi, by the way. Kutku is kind of lovable, yeah. Derpy bird. Out of all the bird wyverns, Kutku is actually the most reasonable, I think. The least annoying. It's not Gypseros. Thank fuck. Because I despise Gypseros. Ah, they keep respawning. Then I'm just not gonna bother with any more of them. There. Gypseros, don't like him. Really fucking annoying. Waste your time. Primarily. Oh, you bitch. Fine, I didn't want to loot that anyway. Dickhead. For a game as clunky as this, like at this point, the mobility of a fucking crab is obnoxious. It doesn't really help that I'm using a great sword and it's slow as shit. Also, it doesn't help that I have no fucking armor. Just die, please. Thank you. Yeah, first and second generation small monsters are a massive pain in the ass. Like half the difficulty of a boss fight is the fucking little shits around. Also, I'm really thankful that they got rid of the failure chance for crafting later on. It still remains in third generation, if I recall correct. which Monster Hunter game was your first? Curious to know. Because I started with Portable Third. Ah, Freedom Unite. That's going to be my next game after DOS. It's gonna be a while though, but that is kind of my plan. I really should start gathering those damn mushrooms. The most iconic thing about PSP Monster Hunter games is the crab claw. Honestly, in general, first and second generation as well. It's just crab claw. Trying to move at the same time as you're trying to move the camera. On an Xbox controller, it's terrible. It's less painful with a PlayStation controller, I think, because of the positioning of the sticks. Let's get some shrooms. Yeah, I know. It can be a pain in the ass. But I am doing it. And I have done it for... How long did I play Monster Hunter 1? I've clocked in... I think 95 hours on Monster Hunter 1. So yeah, I've done a lot of crab clawing. But basically, what it stands is, you wrap your... which finger is that actually? No, not just Village. I've been doing online as well. I did complete Village like a couple of days ago. After farming town for many hours. Some really nice people there. You have to have long fingers. That's about it. Basically, you wrap one of your fingers around the stick and keep controlling like that, and then use your thumb to move the camera. It is just as awkward as it sounds. Really? 3? Yes, around the stick. Well, not entirely. Actually, yeah. I can fit the, I can wrap it in my finger. But yes, I have long fingers, so it does help. Come on, man. Don't be like that. I guess we're going to 9 or 5 to get some more shrooms. Wasn't this one with... Oh, no, this is fine. No problem. Oh yeah, he wanted a Bullfango pelt, which would be in 9. Why did I pick the Greatsword? I am Greatsword main. I've always been a Greatsword main. Well, not always. I actually started out with Longsword and Switchblade. Switch Axe. Excuse me. Switch Axe is really where my heart is at, but I really do love the big hits that you get with the Greatsword. I played Greatsword in Gen 1 as well. Not having any charge is a pain in the ass. It was. Then I did Lance because Lance was just... it was simply... objectively the best weapon. Because it just picked whether the damage is slashing or blunt based on which is currently more vulnerable when you hit it. I still have just 4 unique mushrooms. I did get these. Yeah. Combo Greatsword is fun. It's a very fluid motion that you do. It's very simplistic, but then again, every single weapon in Gen 1 is really simple. Maybe bow guns are kind of an exception in that. Maybe because they have to shuffle around so many fucking things. Like you mainly have to just carry around ammo and ammo materials constantly, and they take regular space from your inventory. And yeah, honestly, I've been an all-rounder in the last few years. I did World with basically mostly Switch Axe and Greatsword. Then when I played it Slazer with my brother, when I was introducing him to the game, I played with Lance. And I had actually never played with a Lance before. And it was actually pretty fun, doing the stupid charge around. Good time. And I can see why people like Lance. Oh, come on. In Rise, I mained Kinsec Blade. And my god, I love that thing. It is an amazing weapon. Because 1, polearms are cool, and 2, you get to hop around like a maniac. And I just like the Kinsec mechanics. Some games, though, the Kinsec is more or less pain in the ass to actually level up. In the later games, you thankfully didn't have to really level them up, but... I've been thinking that maybe in this, I'll probably try, try playing with the dual swords. Dual blades. Because it's generally something that I haven't really done much. I want to have a good old faithful balance. Something to have as a backup weapon if I get sick of something. I usually like hammer too, but in the first generation I just couldn't do hammer. It was terrible. The range was what it was, and because of the horrible hitboxes and both Rathian and Rathalos both doing the actually kill me here please, them doing instant charges with no signs, no warning, that just fucking kills me. Yeah, also no KO, that is a massive deal breaker as well. But the shield is really nice to have. It helps alleviate the oh shit I fucked up moments. There is kind of a golf swing, but you have to do the spinny thing. You have to do 4 spins before you can do it. Yeah, hammer is not great, no. Some people main hammers in first gen, even online. Honestly, it's really baffling to me. Then again, when you're playing with others, you can share the share the burden, so to speak. Other people can have aggro, so you can kind of just do your thing. I also really didn't like Sword and Shield in 1. Never really been much of a user of Sword and Shield. It always seems too basic when the game has an axe that turns into a sword and stuff like that. There's a you can jump with a spear and whatnot. I mean, it's solid as a weapon, and it's really flexible. Like, it's fairly easy to get elemental attacks on it as well, so... A blue mushroom. Probably should just sell the Kutku scales. That is fair, it does have a lot of mobility. And later on in the games, I don't remember if it was this or if it was 3rd generation, where you can start using items without actually sheathing your weapon with the sword and shield. And I think later on, like in World, maybe even in Generations, you could apply like weapon coatings or something for your sword and shield. And it was kind of a unique mechanic for them. I need to go get the fucking Bullfango. Oh, it's this game, right. It really helps it get its own identity together when it gives you that kind of stuff. Actually, I should probably get some armor. gathering skill. Also, one thing that I really like, I would have gotten it in G. You could have gotten it later in Generation 1. But Pro Transport, or backpacking as it was called, the existence of that thing is... it makes those transport quests so much more tolerable. The hell is Whim? I'm going to cheat and see what it is. What the hell is Whim? Ah, tool break chance. Okay. Actually, I don't mind delivery quests. It's just they're really slow. And not having transporter, because transporter is like my prerequisite for having fun in the delivery mission, or when I do it with other people. But like, actually, fairly recently, in Gen 1 actually, I found out that when you pick up the egg, you can go into the zones between and you can kill the enemies, and some of them will not respawn. Like, in the Forest and Hills map, you can empty every single zone between the egg and the return, and none of them will respawn. It's just really chill walking around, especially if you just kill the Rathalos who is around, or Rathian. Yeah, gathering. I do like my gathering. Extra items will be nice. So yeah, before the first generation, which I started playing, well, initially started playing last year, but I kinda left it for a long ass while. I had been doing the thank you for the follow, by the way. I'd been doing all deliveries without killing any of the monsters in between. Which seems insane currently, like at this point. Obviously in World you couldn't really do much, or Rise. But like, Portable Third, I put like 150 hours into it. Never. And never did I actually kill the enemies for transports. Generations, I put like 150 something as well to that. In that one, also, never. It didn't even cross my mind, which is really funny. Wait, now I know. Live and learn and all that. Alright, I have a shirt and I have a cap. No pants though. Right, I should probably go and fuck up the Bullfango. Or maybe I'll just do the field report. Oh right, field report just tells you what's there. Duh. Silly me. Bye. Yeah, all of those. All of that I want. Probably the worst delivery quest that I had to do. Two of them, actually. One, Sootstone in the swamp. That was terrible. And the absolute worst, in my opinion, was 3 herbivore eggs in the desert. Because it was impossible to kill every enemy between you and the delivery point, because they would just respawn. And some of them were really fucking annoying too. I looked at the guide that suggested a specific route, but in the end, I found that a lot easier route went from the opposite side, going north instead of going through the desert. Yeah. I can see the appeal of the small monsters being more aggressive in these, but it kind of does get old fairly fast. I can see why it is how it is. Going through the desert, no, it wasn't any easier for me. Like there were several constantly respawning raptors directly in my way, where there was supposed to be none. Yeah, I know. I need to stay on the side. And there's the area that you duck into to actually get rid of anything that's chasing you to reset their position. But in front of the cave, there was actually one of those raptors, Genprey. And yeah, I lost my mind doing that until I noticed that for me personally, it was far easier to go from the northern side than through the desert. And I think it's actually faster to go through the north side. Yeah, I know that you reset by going to the cave, but I couldn't. It could have been that I was so fucking tilted by that point that I just couldn't dodge the guy coming from there. Because normally, apparently, there is not supposed to be one in front of the cave. Or maybe it is, but it's never mentioned. The thing about Northside is, you can clear the first area completely. The second area, you just need to clear the Aptonoths, or whatever the hell those hammer spike-tailed ones are. And then the final area, you cannot clear it. Yes. You always have 3 raptors on your ass. However, I really felt that it was much easier to corral the 3 raptors in that small area. And that's how I ended up actually doing it. At that point, I had mastered the zigzag. Though a couple of times I really should have just failed, to be honest. They just gently pushed me forward instead of knocking me down. On several occasions. Yeah, but the route is longer. And like, I am really bad with elongated engagements of any sort in general. Because I can keep finessing only so long before I start fucking up. And that's why it's better to have the shortest possible continuous finagling that needs to be done. I mean, if it works for you, that's great. Apparently, it works for the most people, but for whatever reason, I just couldn't do it with that route. Generally not the worst quest, but infuriating regardless. Especially because you don't have the option of doing it with anyone else. It being a village quest and all. Oh yeah, Liver of Legends it's terrible. Cephadrome becomes easier once you actually, you know, have the resources to make sonic bombs on the regular. And have some really strong weapons in general so that you can get the fight done in like 10 minutes. But Liver of Legends... Fuck me, I really hated that. But when you have... Later in the game, it's actually a fairly easy thing to do. It's just... It's gonna take you a while. Still at 4 uniques. Yeah, Liver of Legend. Not my favorite. By a long stretch. I think I actually tried to do that on stream. I don't remember if I actually completed it during the stream or at some point later, but it was... I was just about ready to pull my hair out. Yeah. You can get them out with the hammer, and you can get them out with the greatsword if you time it right. Oh, you can do like the do the sonic bomb thing with the charge attack. That I didn't know, actually. But I did it with the greatsword. If you manage to hit them in the fin, they would pop out. Practically always. Yeah, Cephadrome is... The Cephaloses are actually kind of funny in first gen, because they're essentially just smaller Cephadromes. No different moves, they're just exactly the same. Just weaker and smaller. It's fucking... How am I having this much fucking trouble with this? Yeah, you can see, yeah. Draw monsters in general. They're kind of run-of-the-mill monsters anyway, they're just... They're a safe and lazy bet if you just want to get things done. We need to get some monsters for this game. Which one should we use? I also remember my first time playing Monster Hunter. Yeah. Dying to drones was not as shameful as it would be now. It was tough, admittedly. What was I looking for? Right. Kutku to crown the whole thing. That's nice. And you were wrong. Kutku is the real first test to see if you've learned anything. Yeah, it is a massive chicken. But it breathes fire bombs. Cat, you better not attack me because the damn bug stung you. It was not my fault. Yeah, I might have. Good on you for not neglecting toilet breaks. But yeah, I have hourly ads, 3 minutes, because that keeps pre-rolls away for an hour, which I think is like the best way to deal with this. Yeah, like nobody wants to watch 3 minutes of ads. So either they watch the ads or they do as I do and go have a toilet break. I feel like that's what any reasonable person would do. Like that's what I did with TV. I wouldn't stay to watch ads. I would go make myself a sandwich or go take a leak. That goes there. I don't want to. Yeah. Making fun of ads with your friends and siblings is actually decently fun. But in general, you can say that everything is more fun with your friends. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I wasn't supposed to. Damn it. Nope. Missed me. Bye. Also coming up with weird stories for the ads. Ice crystal, eh? I actually did that a lot with the radio channel that my parents usually keep on. They just have a radio on at all times. Just come up with the most stupid interpretations of whatever the songs were actually playing at the moment. I don't even remember what the song's name is. You took me by the hand and something, I don't remember. The main thing about it was that basically a giant owl came from somewhere and ripped the guy's arm off and then wanted to dance. I actually don't remember what the actual song is about. Also, last Christmas, you she literally gives away her heart and the guy just sells it off. That kind of stuff. Because you keep hearing them so often. Instead of just getting pissed at it, you just make fun of it in ways like that. It always gets a laugh or two. If from no one else, then me myself, because I am the funniest guy to myself. Yeah, there is a mining spot there. That is the thing with the first two generations. Map knowledge makes so much. Because there is no indicators anywhere to tell you that, oh yeah, there's this thing that you can interact with. Oh yeah, fuck, I need to get the Bullfango. Are they even around at night? Ah, fuck it. I guess I'll go and fetch one. Area 1. Ah. So it seems. Yeah, you live and learn. You always find new things. Help? No. Maybe. Let's see. Oh yeah, 9. I think I saw it in 9 before. That goes to 5. From 3 to 9. There's the tree. I really don't want those. Stop it! You get a lot more honey in this game than in Monster Hunter 1. Yeah, the seasons mechanic is so cool. Like, it adds so much variability into the game, like winter being more aggressive and all that. The only other game where they have seasons is Frontier, and that never released in the West. People do play it on private servers though. I actually tried Frontier. They basically use second generation as a basis. Yeah. This actually, the guys who make the private servers for 1 and DOS, they also made a Frontier server where you can play Frontier Classic. And It's the final patch before G. So forward 5. And they still have the seasons in that. Yeah. It really helps if you know what you're doing and what you need, because the translation that they have is, well, they admit that it's intentionally bare bones. Like, they keep translating it further, but the main things, they translated, like, the things that really matter. Like, you know, quest objectives and weapon names and stats and all that, skills. But dialogue and all that, that's... Yeah, basically like Portable Third, yeah. Actually, when I played Portable Third, it didn't have an English patch. So, I just did it in Japanese. I mean, I know a little bit of Japanese, but it didn't help that much. I mean, I know when they're talking about a bone or a plant, because I recognize the characters. I actually played Tokyo Jungle on the PS3 before it came to the West. I went to the Japanese PSN and bought it, and I played that in Japanese as well, and it helped me just recognize more of Japanese and just go by feel. Because it constantly had like certain objectives that you had to get in order to unlock like more animals. Yeah, Tokyo Jungle, it's if you've not heard of the game, it's a small indie game, I think. I think it's an indie game. But yeah, it was only sold digitally originally on the Japanese PSN, and then it came to the West later on. But essentially, you're in a world, post-apocalyptic world where humans are gone, and animals are kind of just fending for themselves and trying to stay alive. So you kind of just go around trying to keep your hunger at bay and all that. Trying not to get eaten by everything that's bigger than you. It's kind of a survival game, yeah. It's more like, it's kind of like a roguelike, in a sense. Because you have persistent progress. You're supposed to complete certain challenges on certain animals, and then you unlock another animal. And like, if you want a specific animal, like a bear, you have to do certain challenges. But do you think that bear would be easy? But no. Like, the bigger carnivores are actually really difficult to play because they need a fuck ton of food to actually survive. So you need to hunt constantly. And you have to be careful of other carnivores because they can fuck you up if you take on too many. Like, yeah, absolutely. If you ever get the chance to play Tokyo Jungle, I can heartily recommend it. It's really fun. It also works kinda like Monster Hunter. I think to remember that it has like distinct areas that you load into. Kind of in a similar way to Monster Hunter games, like before the 5th generation. Wow, $120. Nice, thanks. One day when the village has grown, I'd like to hold a festival to Toshia's success. Or our success. Jumbo Hunter. Yeah, I know. That's some of them are only active during certain seasons. I know. I keep thinking that the item box would be further away. I'm thinking of one still. I mean, like, one part of Tokyo Jungle is that you kind of like gather bits and pieces of what happened to humans because they kind of just disappeared. I think there was a separate story mode as well as like an arcade mode where you just do the challenges. Wah! Yes, I am aware of how skills work. Thank you. Oh yeah, I need Velociprey fangs and hides, more of them. Because I'm thinking of just initially going to Longsword, seeing how it feels in this generation, and well, going from there. Oh yeah, I need Kelby hides for these. I might want... Yeah, fuck it, I'll just gather the Kelby things. I need to wait for the day to actually come to do that. I guess I'll go kill some Velociprey. Oh hey, new quest, my god. Go on the Velocidrome. Yeah, let's YOLO this. No healing items other than what we get on supplies. I am relatively confident that I can do it. Without too much embarrassment. I like that they offer you the option to capture. Because I think you still can't actually make trank bombs. Oh, you can? Huh. Yeah, because in 1 you could not. If it was a capture mission, you would be given everything you need, and no extras. If you fucked up, well, that's a mission wasted. But yeah, I appreciate that they are offering it as an alternative to just killing it. Yeah. Or like, I think it was yesterday or was it 2 days ago? I got really tilted because I was trying to capture a Kezu, and Kezu barely walks ever. So it barely ever shows any sort of sign that it's actually low on health. So it's really hard to determine if you've actually hit it enough or not. So I ended up killing it. Because I had at no point seen any sign of it growing weaker. But apparently there is a subtle sign. Like when it stops for a bit and then sighs or something, that means that it's actually weak enough. Or something like that. That's what I heard anyway. But like, for some creatures it's so much easier to actually know it. Like, Plesioth. If the Plesioth's fin is down, that means that it's weak enough for capture. But yeah, I know that Kezu does walk, but... And that was exactly what I was looking for, because I've captured Kezu before. But this time around, he just didn't want to walk at any point. Still though, he was supposed to be really weak and all that. Like, low on health. Nah. The guy was just jumping around like nobody's business. I wish it showed better when he's on the roof. Like, he would have trouble just moving along the roof or something. More signs. But later on, like, capturing in general became thankfully a lot easier. Yeah, Kezu loves to waste time. So does Rathalos. Good god, I despised first gen Rathalos. Unless there's somebody to just stun lock it. That fucker will just fly around for half the fucking hunt. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely silly. Also, Gypceros. That thing was also just made to waste your time. Oh boy. Yeah, from what I've heard, hitboxes haven't really improved at all. So it's gonna be a lot of the same bullshit, but I hope that the moveset has actually become a bit better, maybe? That sounds awful. save moveset. So it does the same kind of instant run bullshit. Because I that's like the main reason why the wraths are so fucking difficult. Ah, fuck. I'm gonna hate myself when I get to that part. Okay. It's better then, at least. A little bit better. It's not great, but... Also, one of my main issues with the fact that the charge does such massive amounts of damage for being a skill that just suddenly happens with no warning. It didn't want to die. Fine. Yeah, it certainly is a skill. Like, for all the amount of bullshit moves that first gen monsters have, it is still manageable in the end. Because you just get used to it, you just learn the reads. Or, well, you learn to be paranoid enough about moves to know when to just be expecting it. Yeah, it's not so random. Like, you can see a pattern to it, but it has very little warning. I kept timing out the Rathalos at one point because I was too afraid to attack it. And when I was attacking it, it just decided to start flying around. He flies around so much that you could just get the BBQ spit and grill some meat before he actually comes down again. Oh yeah. When you just remember that. Oh yeah, it's been a while since I put a paintball on it. I should probably reapply it, and then he starts flying, and then it ends. And I'm like, oh fuck, where did it go? Why now? Ever since I could start, like, afford it, I was bringing Psycho Serum to every single hunt that I did. How many canopy heights do I have? Just one. I would still need a couple. And One thing about Rathalos, especially in Forest and Hills, is that he regains 10% of his health if he gets to eat. Just flat 10% back. And he is very likely to actually get to eat if you don't run around with a flute. Because that's one thing that I actually learned from one guy. He said that the horn can be used to actually, as long as the monster has not seen you or is not aggressed, like it's blue, as long as it's that, you can use the flute and instantly aggro it, so that it just stops doing whatever it was doing. Like, for example, if it was trying to leave the area, it would stop and actually land instead. And if you use it when he's trying to eat, well, he stops eating, he just aggroes you and starts running at you. Yeah, that's what I heard from a few people when the same guy told them. Like, huh, I've played the game for years and I've never heard of that. Yeah, I kinda always thought that the flute was kinda useless unless you make it into like a demon drug flute or something like that. Also, I really should have used poisoned food in Gen 1 more. Because as far as I know, the poisoned food stays in the area that you left it in. So if you plant it into the area where he goes to feed... Look at the achievements! Woo! Yeah, that's cool that you can just force a Kezu out of the cave. You know what monster I kind of want to return in Monster Hunter Wild? Or Wilds? I kind of want Giginox to come back. I remember Giginox with annoyance and fondness from my time with Portable Third. And I think others should experience the Poison Kezu. Like, it's not exactly difficult, like, Kezu itself is not very difficult either, but it would just be very different to what the normal Kezu is. Yeah, which is a shame, because Giginox is a really fun, like, subspecies. Yeah, that's what it's called. For all the annoyance that it causes initially, you just kind of grow fond of it. Yeah, Baleful Giginox is just Kezu. It's kind of weird how it just goes around. Help me get the items. Hermitor Shell, Small Sunset Herb, and Sunlight Stone. Sure. Yeah, like, the main reason I like Giganox is because it's just interesting. And it kind of takes the Kezu route to a logical route, a logical conclusion. Because you'd think that an ambush predator like that, I mean, paralyze works. It makes sense. But I think poison is... it feels more appropriate somehow. Also, I'm missing one more hide for this. Oh well. Sturdy bone. Let's actually make the... yeah, I really just want my transport set. Transport and gathering set. That is true that they did change Kezu to act more like Giganox, because base Kezu was really simple, like it didn't really have anything too special going about it. Like, he goes on the roof, he drools on you, he drops on you every now and then. He does the lightning thing, and then he does the ranged lightning thing, but that's kinda it. Yeah, poison is something that you can actually screw up, and you can still counteract it. But paralysis? Unless you have like paralysis half or something like that, you can't really do shit about paralysis. Plus transporter health whim. Or yeah, right. I have already the gathering skill from those alone. But I do want my transport. Sometimes poison is it's a horrendous pain in the ass. Like when I was playing Generations, I was fighting Dread Queen Rathian. Holy shit, that poison was awful. Like, it drained your health in a couple of seconds if you didn't get rid of it. Like, yeah, it really incentivizes you to not get hit at all. Not like her other attacks were any less dangerous. But also very massive AoE attacks. I do remember. I completely forgot that there's a mine. There is a sword there. But no can do anything yet. I suppose because you have these supply quests for improving the village, I would assume that eventually there would be There would eventually be something to do with the mine. Fishing. The only fishing point in Jumbo Village. Need bait, press fish. Have a wonderful fishing life. Yes. Kinda interesting that you can just do it in town. Damn it. Yeah, I'm playing on a widescreen patch. I basically followed the guide by the guys who make the host and develop the servers. What the hell is it called? Monster Hunter Oldschool. Yeah. Notefish. The hell's that? A musical note-shaped fish, only a domi so taste. Ha! Cooking ingredients. Ah, that's funny. I appreciate that there is a sort in this. I really appreciate it. I have a whopping 13 defense, which is 12 more than when I started. Yeah, there is a certain charm to it. You kind of just stop whatever you're doing and you just kind of start shuffling items around. Like, I grew to kind of like it in one. Though I still do greatly appreciate that there's an auto sort. However, in one it was kind of a whole thing of its own to just do sorting. It is very satisfying though. But you definitely needed to do sorting, and you needed to do very selective item keeping, because in Monster Hunter 1, the Japanese version, you had 64 slots, and that's it. That is your whole storage. In the Western releases of 1, there were 100, and I think you could actually buy another page. But I think that might have been only in Freedom, maybe. You're saying that there are not that many monster pods in 1? But I managed to fill my whole whole storage before I even got to the end. Well, before I got to Rathalos. I am a massive hoarder when it comes to it. Yeah, you do have to. And it's kind of good in a way, because it forces you to consider, is this better as money or as something that you will eventually need? Like, after I got my Basarius set, not Basarius, Gravius set, there was no reason to keep any Gravius items. Or Basarius, because Basarius doesn't even have armor. And those were easy money. Because you would get like 6 shells from Gravios, and that's like something short of like 3-4k. It's good money. Right. The Bull Drome. Definitely my least favorite drome of them all. Yeah, there's less of that kind of preparation and survival kind of thing. I absolutely agree. It's a lot more immersive in the earlier games when you kind of have to just do everything kind of meticulously. And when you just have to bring bombs and everything, you have to make your bombs that you bring to a hunt. Oh well, you can grind like village quests to get some, but still. I also love this. You can speed climb. There's such a massive improvement. Yeah, infinite whetstones, I really don't mind it. I still think that World, it does Monster Hunter justice in the kind of like being deliberate thing. It still maintains the kind of hunting aspect, and it emphasizes that the monsters are still just animals. Wow, I'm getting all the insect husks. Jesus. Wow. 1 Kotku scale and 5 insect husks. There was absolutely 0 honey in there. Well, it's another waste. Oh right, it's winter. Yeah, that's right. Thanks, right stick. I didn't want to attack anyway. You know, one of the most terrifying things that you get when there's a bull drone in a Monster Hunter game, high rank bull drone, you haven't got any gear yet, and it does this shit. It does so much fucking damage, and then it does those instant charge things, even in later generations. Like, yeah, first it charges, then it does an instant. I just despise Bull Drone. It's not even difficult. That's the thing. You just have to be careful with those. Careful with the charges, because he will just do the instant charge at some point. If you flinch him, and he turns to you, he will just insta-charge. Well, that's M2. I started trying to see if I have flash pods, but no. This one didn't give it. And it's probably gonna respawn if he ever comes back to this zone again. But he decided to move on. Yeah. Actually. Herbs. Getting all the onions. But yeah, Gen 1 to Gen 2 I think is a massive, well, relatively massive change. Like, there's a lot of quality of life things that I really do adore. Like for instance, the fact that you don't have to have the crafting materials in your inventory. They could just be in the box. Oh, you made a round trip and you're back. Welcome back. Oh, suddenly adds. Yeah, you cannot craft in box. However, you can use the when making weapons and whatnot. You don't need the. You don't need to have the materials at hand. That's what I mean. Like, it's a step in the right direction. Yeah, they made a lot of good changes in 1G. But they also kind of took some of the things that made 1 fun. Like, they nerfed a lot of things for G. It's a very different kind of game, ultimately. Obviously because of, you know, G rank, but like they did some weapon balancing, some monster balancing. Also, one interesting thing that I heard about the Western version as opposed to the Japanese version, as in the words are difficult when you're being plowed by a fucking boar. But yeah, like, they nerfed a bunch of things for the Western release, while also making a lot of the monster more difficult. I think this means that he's weak enough for capture. I think, maybe. I mean, it's not going to go the waste anyway. I'm gonna just beat him up while. Come on, just. There we go. Like, one of the funnier changes for Western release of Monster Hunter 1 is that they apparently made the final quest of the game, the Troublesome Pair, they apparently made it high rank. It's the first touch to high rank for someone probably with only village gear. Like low rank stuff. That's as rough as hell. Fury Lord. Save the game. I'm a lone wolf. I live for the solitary life. Even so, it seems we fight the same fight with all the same tools too. The stars must have decided that we'd compete with each other. And so, my fated rival approaches. I hope you're ready for my overwhelming knowledge and planning skills. Ever pay attention to the sub-quests? It's an alternative goal to many quests. Set in many quests you take. I wonder how you can repay me for all this knowledge. Crisp air of the cold season. I should have enough resources to make the longsword now. Yes, I'm just enough. Woo! I really appreciate that it's they added more places where you can get mechalites from in early game, because they do require mechalite fairly often for your upgrades. Actually, which ones are these? Hornetors, I see. Piscine Fangs, oh boy, I need to fight cephalodrome things. Cephaloses. Whatever they're called. I have a bunch of food now. I wonder if I should do the weakest, what was it you wanted? Sunset herbs, sunlight stone, and hermital shell. Yeah. I lost my train of thought. Which is not very rare. That's what I was going for. I wonder if I should just make a what's it called? I think it's Hydra Sword or Hydra Blade. I don't remember what it was called, but the poison sword and shield, the lowest level one you can get. I seem to recall I did it in one at least that it's weak enough that it doesn't kill insects until you hit them like 3 or 4 times maybe. But most bugs actually just die the second it procs poison. At least Vespoids die instantly, but Hornetors you need to kind of just let them cook a little bit. Yeah, what's the next do? Make more potions. Because I do, after all, have blue mushrooms and sunrise herbs. Okay, that is a massive quality of life improvement right there. The fact that every craft after the first one speeds up significantly. That is great. I really appreciate that. A big positive. Yeah, because the item combiner guy, but I just need to... I need to get the materials so that he can start doing that. Let's see, what else is there? Yeah. I didn't use the combine guy too much in 1. Because mainly 1, it was in town, and 2, even when I was in town, he's too far away. I just can't be arsed to actually do it. Yeah, fucking I'll hunt it again. Get some gathering done too. Does the veggie elder actually give me anything if I give him garbage? Literal garbage. Cold season night. Yeah, I noticed that he gives honey. He also gave me something else. For the first insect husk that I gave him. I just want to go and check since he's up there. Also, apparently regional releases have different veggie elder trades. Okay, you don't want garbage. Wow, big surprise. Honestly, I didn't start using Veggie Elder until I started playing Gen 1, so like a year ago. I've barely ever utilized Veggie Elder because I never, like, looked into too much of meta stuff. Ah, he's not even willing to. Oh, there we go. Yes. Yeah, like, I hadn't actually found out how the Elder works. So I didn't really see the utility. He just gives you random shit. But no, it's not actually random. It is predetermined. And he can do some really valuable trades. Of which I knew nothing. Too bad that in 1 there was no Mechalite trade. I mean, you can trade Mechalite for something else, but you cannot trade anything for Mechalite. Because there's literally one place where you can get Mechalite in Forest. Ah, there's the boy. Literally only one place where you can get it in low rank. And like, most of the maps has like 1 or 2 places where you can get it. Okay, now I need to actually get used to this. And I barely fucking missed. Ah, damn it. Because the stab is click. Not click, but button 3. Or whatever it's called. Currently can't really do much other than just chip at it. Fuck. Yeah, if he was any slower there, he would just wombo combo me to death. Fuck. Timing was off. He can't be weak enough for capture yet, is he? I feel like I've got nothing done. Because I've spent most of my time just dodging out of the way. Poke. Poke. I wonder what the bloat value for longswords is. Because the damage number do be pretty large. It's pretty high. Makes me wonder if the bloat number is bigger or if it's really so close in damage to a greatsword. No. Apparently, yeah. They have the same bloat value, so... But then again, longsword probably doesn't have as good motion value for the attacks. I would guess. Because otherwise it would just be a fast greatsword, essentially. Yeah, the move values, emotion values are like half of a greatsword. I think I'll just wait until he comes back here. Why not? I get to grind resources. Just appeared out of nowhere. I wonder if he's in 9. Yes, he is! Or was. Isn't anymore. Oh no, 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 no. Fuck. Okay, buddy, come out. Oh, he does that thing. I haven't seen him do that yet. Fuck. That's just me being dumb. Who needs yellow sharpness anyway? Orange and red is where it's at. Fuck. Yeah, I'm still a bit lost on some of the attacks. So I keep doing the wrong attack. Fuck. Okay, that should have been the end of me. Come on. You start doing it the second I start healing. Thankfully, you're not enraged. Fuck it, let's shock him. Come on, man. Don't be like that. Okay, do your charge. Thanks. You don't you dare. There we go. Ooh, a bullfinger head. Neat. Yes. Let me sell you this garbage. Oh yeah, they changed it. You can no longer store the what are they called? Like account items, like gatherables. You can't just gather them beforehand and go in, turn them in, and just get it done like that. Ah yes, the most beautiful item. Double fungo mask. Plus 10 monster skill. Okay. Expert attack and sharpen. It's been a couple of years since I've since I've played a longsword regularly. So I'm kind of rusty on that. It also doesn't help that the right stick combat is kinda... It's a bit finicky. The inputs aren't exact, you mistakenly do things and all that. Yeah, I think that might be a good spot to actually call it. We got a longsword and we have armor of a sort. That looks ridiculous. Say yes. To main menu. Yes, yes. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be some Pathfinder with the boys. Maybe, if they're not tired as shit. Trying to GM for people who are barely awake is not exactly fun. Glorious. What a build. Oink oink. But very good. Good progress, I think. Especially considering that it's a new map. Well, I mean, I have been on this map before in Rise. I don't know. Things went okay. Let's put it that way. Got some items, got some resources, money, armor, weapon. Got a snout. Yeah, that is it for tonight. Thank you for dropping by, and I hope you enjoyed. I am kind of starving. My stomach is telling me to quit. And honestly, it's a good spot to call it anyway. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow, again, Pathfinder. And let's see, Saturday or Sunday, I'll do more Monster Hunter. But until then, see you later.